I wanna do a story. It's the first time I've kind of sweat. Probably just our dads. Sweat. Disgusting. Too tight. Why is it dark?
The bright star is hidden beneath us, somewhere within Lady Korvac's sanctum. Vader has the only key, but he needs a descendant of the ladies to wield it.
Korvax? That creepy guy said you were a descendant of Lady Korvax. Is that what Violet meant about your bloodline?
You will be able to unlock Lady Korvax's sanctum. What you seek is finally within your grasp.
I will not be denied. You will help seize the Bright Star. I sense a latent force ability within you. Follow me and I will instruct you in its ways. You will need the Force if you are to survive the path ahead.
Wait up!
Lady Korvax herself, your ancestor. Like you, she was force-sensitive, but she was weak, crippled by sentiment. Take heed you don't make the same mistake. The Force is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. The Force reveals mysteries that make the weak turn away in fear. If the Force is truly your servant, you can unlock the secrets of life and death. Lady Korvax's devices could only be controlled by her or her descendants. Your blood makes you powerful, but you will need to learn the ways of the Force. Your training begins now. Now, reach out your hand. Use the Force to take control of this stone. Yes, I can sense the Force within you. Focus. It is responding to your bloodline. Use the Force to place the stone. Yes, you've woken it. Now, complete what you have begun.
Huh? Can't move.
You shall promise, but you have much to learn. Defend yourself.
What?
Your fear
I
is
don't
holding you
know.
back. Conquer it. Embrace your anger.
What anger? What? Ugh.
Now unleash the force and cast it away from you.
Ah!
Enough.
What?
You have glimpsed the power of the Force. We will resume your training later.
Why is this wire near my face?
To you, my future descendant hearing me now, tread carefully. My husband received a mortal blow in battle. Desperate to revive him, I created a machine to harness the Bright Star, the Mustafarian's life-giving crystal. The machine created terrible destruction. Mustafar and all who dwell here paid for my transgressions. You, my descendant, may have a chance to heal what I wrought. I have hidden the Bright Star. Seek it in my husband's tomb. Used justly, it could be Mustafa's salvation. Please, help me.
Lady Corvax did not understand what she created. With the power of the Eon Engine, I will become unstoppable.
Wait up. His cape flapped. What the? Wait, what?
Use the Force. Destroy these vermin.
I don't know how. Oh, what? I can't reach him over there. Oh.
Your abilities thus far are sorely lacking. This device responds to your blood. Activate it.
What? Huh?
Control your fear. Don't move.
Is he okay?
Heed me. Vader seeks the bright star. He must not succeed. glimpsed a terrible future, where he controls its power. Worlds, entire galaxies will crumble in his grasp, surrendering their vitality.
That's Vader.
To feed his insatiable hunger.
This is episode 2. This isn't episode 1. So I'm pretty sure I won't go the space thing.
You must find the bright star before Vader does. Return it to the Mustafarians. Entrust it in their keeping. And perhaps they can heal this cursed world. I have suspended time, but only briefly. You must climb. The tomb containing the bright star lies above. I am weakening.
Oh my god. I don't know how to do this. I never did episode. I don't know how to. I don't climb ladders. Ow. What? Move back into the world? What? I don't understand. It says move back into the world.
How about you move back?
Can we do episode 1 first? It's not the buttons. Oh. What the hell? I don't know how to do this. I didn't do episode 1.
Walk around that.
Maybe I have to grab this. Alright. I don't know.
Cross over that thing and walk it.
I have to time it.
Right? That will work.
I can't grab it.
That one's not like
Oh!
anything is red, you can like obviously grab one. This game is well done. I like what they did.
Just think.
Captain! Over here! I can't believe it, Captain. You're alive. Whoa! There's a giant, a creature?
Oh no!
Hurry, Captain, before that thing comes back. That was amazing. Okay, you gotta catch me up here, because I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
I knew it! The moment I saw you with Vader, I knew you were special. You can summon the life current.
I'm not gonna lie, Captain. I thought for sure you were toast. Oh, wait, check this out. Violet let me keep his totem. He deputized me, which technically means I sort of outrank you. Sorry, bud.
Thanks to you, we are closer to the bright star than ever. Lord Corvax's tomb is near. I can show you the way, but we have to move quickly. Vader must not get to the crypt before we do.
Ugh, everything's hurry with this guy. He won't even slow down to hunt for loot. I've seen a ton, which I would like to bring with me.
Can't.
Not look safe. What's this thing?
A sentinel.
Move forward.
They were left to guard
can't.
this place. Machines like you.
Oh, an ancestor.
There you go.
Oh!
Cool. Get that.
I can't grab the weapons! I can't! Ah! Oh, that was easy. I can just drop them.
Move.
Oh. Oh.
Must move on. That door should be a way out of here.
Oh my. I can't pick up.
Perish, infernal contraption!
He's on a weapon. Go by him.
Infernal contraption?
Oops.
Man, I think Philip's cracking up. Let's get him his bright star and get the criff off this planet.
I don't feel
There's a weapon
safe.
right there. Come back. Right there.
I can't.
Pick it up. Look around. See if you can move it. Use your hand. You have hands.
I can't grab it. It's not for me to grab.
See if you can grab that. He's moving. Look. So.
Now, to find Lord Corvac's
That's glitching.
crypt, we will have to ascend.
What's that? Pull it up.
I'm trying. I'm not grabbing it.
Perhaps this mechanism will activate.
It's not grabbing.
Use your hand. Grab it. There you go. Wow! Fucking man.
I was trying to grab the top. Oh, hi.
The crystal mine. Lady Corvax used these stones to power her technology.
Probably worth something.
Seriously?
What?
You are unbelievable. The bright star was more powerful than all the crystals here combined. Lady Corvax created the Eon engine to channel the bright star's energy. The destruction it unleashed reduced our planet to a wasteland.
Huh?
As long as outsiders desire the bright star's power, Mustafar will never be free.
Do I need to grab something? Whoa! I can't. Which means something's about to happen.
Press the stick.
That's.
Oh, get that.
I can't.
Use your hand to grab it.
I can't.
Move forward.
I can't. What's that noise?
Go up there.
Jade, is that you? Something about to happen?
Press the wall.
Ooh.
Use the force on the wall. Duh.
I think I'm too close to it to use the
How about you
force.
back up?
What?
Back up, use the force on the wall. You have two hands.
What is that?
Cut that noise up.
Can't use the force on the door.
Use the force on the wall. Press the trigger and hold it. Press the force trigger at the wall.
That's what I'm doing. Pew.
Go back to your team. There's something to press.
Hey. You. You?
Get off the platform, go down with the robots.
Can't go there.
Dude. Alright, so touch the wall. Use the
Grab.
force. Push. Use the force and push it.
Ooh. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They probably said what you're supposed to do in episode 1, but you don't have that. Ooh.
Go back and try to interact with the team and see what it does.
I don't know how to interact.
You have buttons. There's something there to press.
Hey. Hey.
Go down with the robots.
Hey. I can't.
That's why I have to be paying attention to what they're saying.
I was paying
Go down-
attention,
go downstairs.
but they probably said that the way to get in the door in episode 1.
Take one of the rocks and bust that door down.
Where?
You have rocks all around. Use the force.
But I can't grab
How about you turn
them.
around? What is that
When
little thing glowing there?
on the elevator. Yee. No.
Yo.
You.
Go and grab that handle on the thing.
Bro.
Talk to him or use the force on him.
Can't use the
Use
force
the
on
force on
him.
something.
Can we go back to episode 1? This is 2.
Why are you in episode 2?
Cause that's what you downloaded. And you still didn't watch the guy's full gameplay. So I know what the hell to do. What do I do? I'll sit here and stare at my hands then. I don't know what to do. You talk. You talk.
Sorry, it's going to something called smallest the fastest growing enterprise.
There's nothing drawing me to a specific location either. I'm grabbing at nothing.
Start over. Exit. Obviously, don't know what the hell you're doing.
No, I don't. You're the one who put on episode 2. See, it even says episode 2.
Recenter.
You need number 1. You don't know where you can get number 1 somewhere? Where? It says episode 2. You need number 1. Here, Jade, you can take this cape. That's episode 2. Says it right there. I need episode 1 to know what I'm doing.
What's within you? Focus. Your training later.
Oh.
Control you.
Oh. Am I allowed to do the climbing again?
Push the man.
It's not loading.
Now, to find Lord Corvax's crypt, we will have to ascend.
I'm too far to reach.
Perhaps this mechanism will activate.
I can't move forward. What's this?
How about you get back into freaking center?
It won't let me move.
Recenter.
The crystal mine. Lady Corvax used these stones to power her technology.
Nice. Probably worth something.
Seriously?
What?
You're unbelievable.
Yeah. have something on my head.
The bright star was more powerful than all the crystals here combined. Lady Corvax created the Eon engine to channel the bright star's
What?
energy. The destruction it unleashed reduced our planet to a wasteland. As long as outsiders desire the bright star's power, Mustafar will never be free. Lady Corvax's Sentinel army.
I don't like the look of this place.
The crypt should be that way.
Oh. They're supposed to move, so it was glitching before.
Only one of the Corvax bloodline can pass.
I think it means you. I don't even have one.
Whoa.
Try not to die in here, because I only lost you once today. Okay?
I have been waiting for you.
Oh.
Return the bright star to the Mustafarians. They may be able to heal the damage done by Lady Corvax. My Lady Corvax. She tried to save me from death. I was cursed. Trapped between this world and the next. Take my light sword from the statue. It will unlock the bright star. Return the bright star to the Mustafarians. I may be freed from this curse.
Huh? Oh my god. Ah. Eee. Oh no. I don't know how to use it.
Stop the goddamn force! Use it!
No more? I don't feel safe.
Captain, you made it! Oh, thank the maker! So, where's the bright star? Come on! Wait, is it in that box thing?
I can't.
Oh, that looks powerful. And possibly dangerous.
The bright star. After all these centuries. Let me see it, please.
And you were the key to unlocking it. Your ancestry. Sure beats my family.
Thank you. This will give my people a chance of freedom.
Okay, Lord Master. You got your bright star. And you're welcome, by the way. Once we get our ship back, let's skedaddle off this hellscape.
Yes. We'd better get going.
He seems kind of sus.
So you think the priestess is gonna meet us here, or what? What do we do?
Thank you. I am sorry.
Sorry?
Kill him! Kill him!
Save
Kill
the
him!
planet.
Kill him!
I can't.
Kill
Am
him!
I right, Captain?
Kill him!
I've never felt so
I can't. I can't.
Kill him!
Vader.
rat. I knew we shouldn't have trusted you.
No! Vader only seeks the bright star.
We're gonna kill it now.
Now that he has it, he will leave us in
Enough. Did you think you could become my apprentice?
Yep, gonna choke
You
your ass,
were
bro.
a means to an end. But now you have outlived your usefulness.
Use the force. Hold your ass.
Rat. Why did I think it'd be that easy? I knew he was acting sus.
That better not be Violet.
Please.
No!
Kill him! Kill him! Throw him
You
off,
betrayed
throw him off the
everyone
mountain.
on Mustafar.
I thought if we rid the planet of the bright star, we would finally be free. But
can't.
now I see that the only path to freedom is to work together. To get the bright star back. We can
Woo! God. I can't throw it at him. I can't.
Captain! Wow, you took a big hit there. Are you okay?
Drop it!
Captain, you gotta come help me! See if you can find a way through!
I can't!
Go over there.
No, you don't want to eat me! It's hard to digest! Seriously, you hate the taste. Very metallic. Plus, I feel like we have a lot in common. We can be friends, right? Captain, you'd better do something or I'm lunch for this thing!
I feel like you're gonna come from there. I don't feel safe. I want to keep this.
You can climb up here.
I want to keep this.
I think it's gone. Come on up. We should get moving.
It's not gone. How do I... What do I grab onto?
Captain, hurry. Try climbing that wall in
What
front
are you
of
doing?
Turn around.
What?
It looks like an old doorway over there. If we can sneak over, maybe we can get out. Who knows? Maybe the door will open for your royal blood.
There's a lamp you have.
Come on, let's go. Before everyone comes back.
Go.
How do I holster this again? Oh no! How do I holster
May
this?
sleeper guide your spirit along the river of stars. Vader won't waste any time activating the Eon engine. When he does, he will destroy what little life still clings to our planet. Only you can face Vader. Our only hope is to attack his castle.
Wait, you want us to take on the entire garrison? We need an army for that.
You have an army.
Oh, the robot. It's over.
That's it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to the museum.
Museum?
Exit. I'll choose it.
Wait, what about episode 1? I want to do episode 1.
I said don't touch nothing.
I didn't touch anything. Huh? Ooh, that's cool. This is London.
Alright, tell it to Jay what the fuck in London.
London's really far. And why would I go for only a day?
Because your daddy got it like that.
Welcome to Hold the World. This wonderful museum houses many...
Can you read the friggin' instructions?
You mean listen?
He didn't even give you any instructions to listen to.
He did. He was talking.
And you interrupted him.
He just said welcome. Whoa, that's a lot of books.
Welcome to London's Natural History Museum. This is the Earth Sciences Library. Members of the public aren't usually allowed in here. It's full of books about geology and minerals and rocks. But in these drawers today, there is a special selection of objects from elsewhere in the museum's collection of 80 million specimens, ready for you to explore.
Well, that's hard.
Ooh.
What could this skeleton belong to?
That's nice.
Has a backbone, so clearly it's a vertebrate.
So you can grab
There
it.
are no obvious legs, so it probably didn't walk on land.
Can you grab it?
But I can tell you, this is not a fish. A
If I
key to
pick
this
it up,
creature's
he'll stop
identity
talking.
is the fact that in reality, it would be much, much bigger. This skeleton belongs to a sea-dwelling mammal. About
Balanera?
33 meters in length, it's the largest animal on the planet, the blue whale.
Oh.
Have a closer look at some of its features to find out what makes this creature very special indeed. Take a close look at those pectoral flippers. They're the ones that come out of the side there.
Oh, that's hard.
They're noticeably similar to the skeleton of a human hand. The ancestors of whales were once land-dwelling mammals that gradually evolved to live in the oceans.
There you go.
And in order to maneuver in water, their front feet became the pectoral flippers we see today. See if you can find two floating bones underneath the backbone at the rear end of the skeleton.
Those are the arms.
Those are all that is left of the whale's ancestral pelvis. They appear to be floating in midair because they're attached only to muscle. As the whale has no legs, it was presumed that the pelvis no longer served a purpose, just as the human tailbone doesn't. However, recent research has found that they might actually serve as an anchor for the whale's genitalia. At its full size, that lower jaw is 6 meters in length, and it's the largest bone of any kind on the planet. The jaws open up to take in vast quantities of water, filled with thousands of tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. To maintain their size, blue whales need to eat 4 million krill every day. This particular blue whale skeleton is that of a female. The body was found on a beach in Ireland in 1891 and was sold to the museum for £250. It took several months to strip the whale of its blubber and flesh before the skeleton was ready to be sent from Ireland to the museum. If it had been 20 years later, the whale would have been put in the museum's whale pit, which was just about 100 meters outside that window. There, whale carcasses were buried in sand, while their stinking flesh rotted away in preparation for display. I'm sure the neighbors were glad when the museum got rid of the pit in 1939. This skeleton has many revealing characteristics, but they can only really be appreciated when seen at its correct size. This skeleton weighs 4.5
How does it
tons,
look? Does it look big?
but when covered in flesh, the blue whale can weigh a massive 175 tons. So, to help it collect the huge amount of food it needs every day, the blue whale has evolved a special way of feeding, using sheets of baleen hanging from its upper jaws. That is made of keratin, the same stuff as our fingernails. The whale engulfs up to 80 cubic meters of water filled with thousands of krill. Then it uses its baleen like a huge sieve, expelling the water but retaining the krill. To pump blood around such a colossal body requires a huge heart, which is about the size of a piano. And because its body is so large, it only beats 8 to 10 times a minute. And it can be heard 3 miles away. But the melodic song of these solitary giants can be heard from one side of the Atlantic to the other.
Is it a big whale or how does it look?
Blue whales can dive hundreds of meters in search of food. If you or I were to try
It doesn't
that
have
without
its
special
skin,
equipment,
it's still
we would die from
bone.
the extreme pressure. But the blue whale has a set of extraordinary abilities that make it possible for it to do so. To preserve oxygen, it can slow its heart down to 3 beats per minute and even temporarily shut down key organs. Its right and left lower jaw bones can open to more than 90 degrees, allowing it to consume 480,000 calories in one huge mouthful.
That's freaky.
See if you can grab it.
I can't grab it. It's too far.
Alright, go back to the exit.
Bye bye. It's leaving.
Do the quartz. That's what you do in this school. Do it if there's something.
Minerals.
Do mineral. The mineral is over there.
You can't go.
Pick
over there.
another drawer.
We just did that.
It's more
I
bones.
don't want to do this. Look around the drawers. Over there.
Where?
In the rocks. You could obviously move to the circle.
I can't.
There's a circle behind you. Click on that circle, see what happens.
Click,
What's that thing on the floor?
click, 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 click. I don't know, pathway.
Use this stick to move around.
What is this?
This 112 million year old fossil was found in Brazil. It was donated to the museum in 1989, and it's the only one
I
of
can't
its
move.
kind on public display in Britain.
It's a whole big library.
It had to be left in a bath of acid for 9 months
I can't, though.
to dissolve the limestone around it. It's about 50 centimeters long and paper thin in places. It certainly looks very fragile. Clearly, it's the upper jawbone of some kind of animal. But what kind? If you pick it up and have a closer look, there are clues.
I don't know much about old things.
The fact that all the teeth are of the same shape tells us that they belong to a reptile. But why would each of its long, sharp teeth curve inwards like a hook?
Alligator. Or crocodile.
What could that bump on its snout be? Was it a defensive horn? A way of cooling off? Or perhaps a means of attracting a mate? That bony swelling on the end of its snout looks a lot stronger than the rest of the skull. What would the animal have needed that for? Eyeballs are too soft to fossilize, but eye sockets can show how big an animal's eyes were. Could those huge eyes mean that it was nocturnal? Or were they simply because they gave great accuracy for hunting during the day?
Nocturnal. So alligator.
This skull belonged to a creature called Anhanguera, which means old devil in the extinct Tupi language once spoken by Brazilian Indians. And it was a fearsome flying predator.
How you thought crocodile?
It preyed on fish. Those large eyes would have helped it to scan the water for prey. The tip of its snout was strong enough to withstand a high-speed impact on the water. And those hooked teeth enabled it to keep hold of a slippery fish.
Oh, it's just a bird.
Clearly, in life, this was a very unusual animal. It was much larger than any modern flying creature, and unlike anything on Earth today. The crest on its nose is about 3 centimeters high and probably helped Anhanguera to attract a mate. We know from finds of the same species that it stood only about 80 centimeters tall, but it had a huge pair of wings that were up to 5 meters across. When a large bird, such as a swan or an albatross, takes off, they do so with a running start. But pterosaurs, such as Anhanguera, are thought to have taken off with one almighty leap. Detailed analysis of the skull shows that the specific parts of the brain responsible for balance and control were very much enlarged. So once Anhanguera was airborne, it must have been an excellent and very agile flyer.
Maybe that's one of the dragon.
I'm glad I'm not a prehistoric fish.
Yep.
Do the stone. Don't do no draws like move around the library. I don't want to do no more draws. Look around the library.
Heh.
Wait, wait, what is that saying? Do the rock. Do something in that you do in school.
Elephant bird egg.
Do something that you do in school. No, I don't want. No.
I don't know.
Those are different sections. They don't want to do it. Don't like rock. Do something you're doing in school. You're not doing that in school. You just went there. Go to there. You just did that. Get out of there.
Can I get a chair, actually? I've been standing for a while. I want to learn about stuff.
Welcome to London's Natural History Museum. This is part of the herbarium, one of the many rooms in the museum that's usually out of bounds to the public. These cupboards contain thousands of plant specimens, but today there are also some other very special objects from elsewhere in the museum that for the first time ever, you yourself can handle. So go ahead and pick a draw.
Ooh, a bug.
Dragonflies are among my favorite creatures. Not only are they strikingly beautiful, they're extremely ancient. They evolved 300 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs, and they were the first creatures we know of to fly. There are 106,000 dragonflies in the museum's collections. This particular specimen, at its correct size, is only 4 centimeters long.
Go.
It may not be the largest or even the prettiest dragonfly, but it does have one skill that sets it apart. A problem with observing dragonflies is that they fly around at such speed that you don't get much of a chance to look at them up close. Until now. Look at the junctions between the dragonfly's wings and its body. They are different to almost all other insects in that each wing is independently operated. They beat up to 90 times per second and give the dragonfly great mobility for hunting.
Yeah, I'm not going to be invited back to the Museum of London.
It's hard to miss those enormous
taking notes
eyes.
because you're going to be writing up right now.
See how they take up almost its whole head. Each eye is made up of 30,000 hexagonal lenses, which point in almost all directions and give the dragonfly a near 360-degree vision. Each lens can sense the tiniest of movements. When it comes to insect vision, the dragonfly is unrivaled. Look at the tip of the tail.
No, it's not.
These
We're
are
doing
claws
minerals.
which the male uses to grab the female before mating.
I don't know where minerals are.
Halfway along his body, tucked inside, he has a rigid and
Oh, well,
spiky
may as well
penis that's
learn
shaped like a
this.
spoon to remove the sperm of a rival male from a female before he deposits his own. There are thousands of species of dragonfly worldwide, and they come in all shapes and sizes. But this one is very special. It can be found on almost every continent on the planet. And now, thanks to genetic testing, scientists have proved that this species is one huge interbreeding international population. But how did individuals of this species achieve such a global presence? They flew. This dragonfly is called the globe skimmer, and it's been given that name for very good reason.
That's very tight. It's blurry now. Oh, it's so tiny.
Thanks to those independently articulated wings, the globe skimmer, like all dragonflies, has remarkable maneuverability in the air,
Write all this down.
which makes it a very efficient hunter. But the globe skimmer's name doesn't stem from its maneuverability.
Grab.
It was given that name because it migrates. And it migrates further than any other insect. The globe skimmer has enlarged hind wings which allow it to travel incredible distances, gliding on the winds while feeding on other small insects.
You've seen those already.
These dragonflies gather in their millions following the rains to travel up to 18,000 kilometers over oceans and mountains and deserts, and they've been found in Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, and the Americas.
They have.
The migration of the globe skimmer is an epic story of the natural world that has only recently been discovered. So you can't help but wonder how many more secrets our planet has left to be revealed.
Oh.
Go back outside.
I already do that? Okay.
Pick another drawer.
Oh, what's this? Looks like a muscle.
Oh, I know what that is. That's a forgot the name of it. You know what? I'm getting it confused with one of them creatures that fall out. A Mylok! That's a Mylok.
This 395 million year old little creature is a trilobite. They may not have the size and fame of dinosaurs, but for me, trilobites are just as impressive. They thrived on planet Earth for 250 million years, which is remarkable when you consider that we, Homo sapiens, have only been around for about 350,000 years. There were tens of thousands of species of trilobite, and this particular specimen, at its true size, was just about 5 centimeters long. It's known as a tower-eyed trilobite, and you can probably see why. Usually, museum staff would tell you off for picking up something like this without supervision, but today, I think you're allowed to do so. The eyes of this particular species had shades like visors, which would have prevented sunlight from blurring its acute vision. The presence of the visors also settles any speculation that this creature was nocturnal. Look closely at the trilobite's tower-like eyes. They rise up from its body, probably so that it could see above the silty seabed on which it lived. The two cylindrical eyes gave it a 360-degree view, ideal for detecting predators and prey. Trilobites were among the first creatures to develop complex eyes. As experts learned more about the ancient world in which trilobites lived, they realized that predatory fish and cephalopods were also evolving and flourishing around that time. So now it's thought that trilobites most likely evolved spines as a defense.
Look, you're learning about a
Had a
mylar.
hard shell that protected their soft inner body parts. This exoskeleton is one reason why they thrive for such a long time.
That is a Mylok.
And it's also why this and many other trilobites
Yeah, you're
are
learning
so
about it.
remarkably well preserved. Fossils of trilobites are often found curled up like this. It's probably a defensive posture that they adopted when they were disturbed. Their soft legs are rarely preserved, but we do have a pretty good idea of what they look like.
What? It's gonna come out from the rock. Told you. It's a fucking Mylok. It's just smaller.
When trilobites curled up in a ball, their spines would have protruded in all directions, giving them greater protection from potential predators. And when the danger passed, they could uncurl and carry on in their hunt for food.
That's what
Each
Myloks
leg
do.
had a gill attached to it, which enabled it to
I
extract
told you!
oxygen
That's a
from the
fucking
water.
Mylok.
No, it's like a
Look at it.
it's like a centipede.
Mylok.
It's a centipede.
It's a
Trilobites evolved body parts to suit practically every ocean environment, which helped them survive for hundreds of millions of years, far longer than we humans have done. But even creatures as successful as trilobites couldn't survive a huge extinction event. Maybe the fact that they've lived for so much longer than we humans have done so far can act as a reminder of our own fragility and the responsibility we have not only to the survival of our own species, but to all life on Earth.
Go to it. Go back, go into the rocks.
Well, you finally learned about a Mylark. You're welcome.
I already know what mine looks like. What's the conservation center?
It looks like the dinosaur and the butterfly.
Take notes of all this. You're going to be writing a report for school. Told the teacher you went to the museum in London.
She never emailed any of us to do
did.
that.
I got the fucking email.
What's the teacher's name?
Welcome to London's Natural History Museum. This is the Conservation Centre, where lots of the museum's specimens are prepared from ancient fossils to species of today. In fact, if you look around, you'll see various parts of a giraffe skeleton being prepared for display in the museum. Have a look inside these drawers, and I'm sure you'll find some intriguing specimens.
Write those names down. Stegosaurus. Write that down. You learn about Stegosaurus in the museum. Boom.
This is a skeleton of a plant-eating dinosaur that roamed the warm, dry environment of North America about 150 million years ago. It was discovered in a quarry in Wyoming in the United States in 2003. Right now, it's 1/75th of its full size, which in reality is about the same as that of a rhinoceros skeleton. No one knows its sex, but the museum have given it the nickname Sophie, so we'll assume that it's a female. And they're particularly proud of her because she is the most complete Stegosaurus skeleton so far discovered. Pick it up and try to imagine what she was like in life. Look at the size of those hind legs in comparison to the front ones. The earliest dinosaurs walked only on their two hind legs. But about 200 million years ago, some herbivorous dinosaurs, such as Stegosaurus, evolved to walk on four legs.
Oh.
Scientists once believed Stegosaurus had a brain about the size of a walnut, which gave it a reputation as being somewhat dim-witted. At one point, it was even suggested that it had a second brain at the base of its spine, though this was soon disproved. But after scanning the skull, one American expert described its brain as the size of a bent hot dog. So maybe Sophie wasn't quite as stupid as we once thought. The name Stegosaurus means roof lizard. It was given it because the scientists who first studied this dinosaur believed that those vertical plates lay horizontally to form a kind of armor. Today we know that they stood vertically and are slightly offset plate to plate, but the name Stegosaurus remains unchanged.
Do I really need to learn about a Stegosaurus?
You are doing this for school. You should be
It's
writing
not for
scripting
school.
notes.
And I can't move either.
Use the controller. Controller. Use the controller and go to the console. Alright, get out to this. This is boring.
Finally.
I'm going to.
Already chose.
How about you read what the frick you're doing? For the moon landing.
A newsletter.
No.
Okay. Oh, it's like The Sims? Interesting.
So you can tell people you went to the moon.
No.
Oh wow, look at the stars. Let me see the stars, how accurate it is.
Seems to be nothing else.
That's what Earth looks like from the moon.
I'm gonna go closer.
Alright, this is boring.
Okay. I'm exploring the totally accurate moon that humans want to try and live on. Hey, look, Mom, I see our old planet. That was boring. Great.
Museum of Natural History. No. See what's in there. See what that is. Boring now. Boring.
This is what you chose.
Oh, I got it.
From the rendering of splintered wood, rusty hinges, and deep shadows, to the marbleized covers of neglected books and broken panes of glass, John Frederick Peto's Job Lot Cheap
American Museum of Natural History.
And where do you see that? Brayson Park, the Victoria and Albert Museum. De Young, Turner Contemporary.
See what that was.
Vault.
Click the arrows.
French.
No. Right.
It's nothing.
Oh, Exodus.
Boring. Can we try Vader Immortal episode 1? La jeez. What is this now? Is this supposed to make friends? That's loud.
Hello, and thanks for downloading VTime XR, the world's leading sociable network in virtual and augmented reality. In VTime XR, you can meet, chat, and share with your friends in a range of beautiful virtual destinations, like this one. And you can be in VR on your phone screen in Magic Window, or you can place a destination in the real world using AR mode. And talking of friends, hi Fran.
Hi, Ian, and thanks for inviting me to join you. Because that's how VTime XR works, by invitation. You can either invite users who are currently online, or you can request to join users who are already chatting in a session.
And that's one of the things that makes meeting in VTime XR intimate and very personal. You can't just drop to someone else's conversation or have someone just appear in yours.
And in any chat, one of you is the host. The host decides where we go and what we do. So Ian, you're the host of this chat. Why don't you take us to a different destination?
All right, Fran, let's go. It's going to go dark for a second, then we'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what? Ooh. Huh? I can take
Cool.
T.
To do anything in VTime XR, like change destinations or join a chat, just select the ball in the air above you to bring up the main menu.
Don't worry. After this intro chat, we'll guide you through how all of that works.
If you want to let your friends know how you're feeling in a chat, just use V-modes to express yourself. Like this.
Awesome. And after you've finished setting up your account, you can upload your own pictures in 360, then share them with your friends. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get you up and running. After this, we'll ask you for some permissions.
Which we need to make VTime XR run.
Then, we'll verify your email address, so we know who you are.
You'll have to come out of the app to do that.
And finally, we'll get you to build your avatar, to represent yourself in VTime XR. It's a lot to do, but it's really worth it to join the global VTime XR community, and you only have to do it once.
Yep, next time you fire up VTime XR, you'll be chatting within seconds. So welcome to the world's leading social network. Have fun. See ya.
Bye.
This is boring. I have legs. What? Can I exit? Can I exit? Explaining well last. Okay, so I'll have to make a boy avatar. Pew 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 pew. Ew. I'm not that dark. I'll just make you.